Welcome to OEE Work Tracker, the shop floor companion in OEE IntelliSuite. In this guide, we'll follow a production line through a shift, watching the machines, changing states, and explaining downtime, recording counts, running checklists, and tracking the crew and the job's conversation along the way. A machine in Work Tracker is one of two things. A manual device is a line with no board on it at all. The operator runs everything from this screen, with the same states, reason codes, counts, and job tracking a Vorn board gives you. Or the machine is a real Vorn board on the network, and Work Tracker talks to the board itself, so the operator screen and the scoreboard stay in step. Either way, every line lands on the same production record. Work Tracker opens on the device list, every machine at a glance. Each row shows the machine's live status, the operator running it, and the current job with its progress. And when something needs attention, like a downtime with no reason, the row is flagged so you can spot it from across the room. Click Run to open a machine. This is the machine's page, built for the operator at the line. The job state card at the top shows what the machine is doing right now and the reason behind it. Below, the job detail card carries the full context: the job and part being run, the team and operator on it, and the running downtime clocks for the job and the shift. When a machine goes down and nobody says why, Work Tracker doesn't let it slide. The Missing Downtime Reasons tool collects every unexplained stop in one list. Pick a reason for each event, or hit Select All when one cause stopped the line. Watch the progress fill, and the production record is complete again. On a manual device, or any board with run detection turned off, state changes are one tap. Start a down event and choose the reason. When the line is moving again, hit Start Production. Every minute of the shift stays accounted for. One thing to know about Vorn boards: by default, they use automatic run detection. The board watches the machine's own cycle signals and switches itself between running and down. So on these boards, you don't use Start Production or Start Down event to change state. If you do start production while the machine isn't cycling, the board simply drops back to down. What always stays in your hands are the other states: breaks, lunch, not scheduled, changeovers, and you can always set or correct the reason on a down event. And if run detection is off, or the line is a manual device, then Start Production and Start Down event are exactly how the operator changes state by hand. Counts live right on the same page. Add good counts in quick increments as product comes off the line, and log rejects with a reject code, so quality problems keep their story. Reasons get their own page. The Select Reason page lays every reason code out as a full-screen tile, easy to read and easy to hit. And the Select Reject Reason page works the same way for quality codes. Search narrows the list. The star pins the reasons your line uses most as favorites. And the Sort toggle flips between most used and A to Z, so the common picks rise to the top. 2 taps to the right reason every time. Reject reasons work the same way. The Select Reject Reason page shows damaged carton and label misaligned as full-screen tiles, with the same search, favorite, and sort controls. Work Tracker also tracks the people, and Edit Job Details is where the crew is managed. Clock the current operator out, punch a new one in by employee ID, or end the shift. Moving to the next job is just as fast. Scan or type the next job number and press Enter to pick it from the list. Exactly what a USB barcode scanner sends when it reads a traveler. Then choose Change Job, and the operator moves straight from one job to the next with no gap in between. Teams work here too. Assign a team to the machine, set its size, and change that size through the shift as people join and leave, while the job keeps running. Back on the machine page, the other employees and technicians cards carry the rest of the crew on the same job. Secondary employees and maintenance technicians punch in and out independently on their own clock. Watch, punching out is one tap, and their time on the job closes cleanly, so labor time lands on exactly the right people. Checklists bring standard work into the same screen, so setup steps get done and get recorded. A checklist can run at the start of a job or at the end, and items can be required or optional. Open the Job Setup Verification checklist, and the steps for this job are laid out in order. Check each item off as it's done, and the progress bar tracks the list. When a step needs context, a gauge reads slightly high, a fixture swapped, add a comment right on that item. Save the note, then save the checklist. The completed result stays with the machine, and the primary employee punched into it, so anyone reviewing the run later can see the setup was verified step by step. Now I'll show what happens when downtime exceeds a configurable threshold and the extended downtime pop-up appears. When a stop runs past that threshold, Work Tracker asks for a written explanation, a real account of what happened, not just a reason code, with a minimum length so a one-word answer won't do. And the extended downtime summary gathers every long stop in one report, filterable by device, date, and whether it's been explained, so the unexplained ones get worked down to 0. Every job also carries a conversation. Job comments are threaded and tied to the job you're running. Start a new thread when something comes up, write the update, and post it for the next crew. Reply directly to an earlier comment when the next shift has an answer. That keeps the follow-up with the original note instead of scattering the handoff across separate messages. If the situation changes, edit the original comment and save the correction. The next crew opens the job and reads exactly where things stand with the conversation attached to the work it describes. Work Tracker also supports sign-in. On a deployment with sign-in enabled, users log in and the app shows a user menu. This demo runs with sign-in off, so everything you've seen is the open operator view. Screens on the floor are far away and hands are busy. Large mode scales the interface up for distance and touch, and the reason pages you saw earlier are the built-in picker here. And like the rest of IntelliSuite, Work Tracker renders cleanly in light and dark. That's Work Tracker. Jobs, people, states, reasons, and counts, captured where the work happens. Open the demo and try it on a line of your own.